The official story? Simple. A lone wolf, a disaffected 22-year-old with a grudge and a rifle.
Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
Case closed, but nothing about this case is simple. The rifle had cryptic engravings. The timing of the shot synced with a hand gesture. The suspect's digital footprint is a ghost town. Foreign intelligence chatter spiked hours before the shooting. And online, it's pure anarchy. A digital Salem hunting witches who don't exist. Welcome to Beyond the Forgotten. Tonight, we go beyond the headlines. We dissect every angle. We talk to ballistics experts, intelligence veterans, behavioral psychologists, and digital forensics teams. We reconstruct the shot. We decode the symbols. We trace the rumors. We go above and beyond the forgotten. This isn't just about who pulled the trigger. It's about who wanted him dead, who benefits, and why, in the age of algorithmic rage, the truth might be the first casualty. Let's start with the facts. At 6:47 p.m., Charlie Kirk took the stage at Utah Valley University. A crowd of over 3,000, no metal detectors, open campus. At 7:03 p.m., he said, "The left doesn't believe in debate, they believe in violence." At 7:03 and 12 seconds, like a single gunshot, he collapsed. Police locked down the campus. Thermal imaging picked up a fleeing suspect. By 9:15 p.m., a break. Tyler Robinson's cousin called police. Said Tyler confessed over an encrypted signal call. "I did what had to be done." At 10:40 p.m., SWAT raided his apartment in Ogden, Utah, 87 miles from the scene. They found a bolt-action Mauser Car 98K, a World War II-era rifle, rare in civilian hands, custom-loaded 8mm rounds, a high-end Leupold scope. Browser history, Kirk's schedule, campus blueprints, wind calculators, no social media, no manifesto, and engraved on the barrel, "For the children." 404, truth not found. Ask about the basement, and not alone. Robinson was arrested without resistance. He hasn't spoken since. Ballistics expert Dr. Elena Vasquez says this wasn't a random shot. Rewind the video, slow it down. At 7:03 and 7 seconds.
I'm going to give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
Get down. What the fuck?
A man in a white hat adjusts his brim, then taps his ear. 2 fingers, deliberate. 2 seconds later, a security guard extends his arm. Palm open, fingers curled. 1 second after that, the shot rings out. Body language expert Dr. Naomi Reyes, former CIA, says, "The ear touch is a known covert signal used in Cold War ops. The arm extension, that's execute in some paramilitary hand codes." But, and this is critical, their reactions after the shot? Pure, unfiltered terror. Adrenaline flush. Pupils dilated, no actor fakes that. The campus security director says, "That guard? He's not security. He's a volunteer stagehand. He was waving for a medic. People see patterns because they want to." Stanford's AI Motion Lab ran the numbers. Probability this sync happened by chance. 0.0103%. Statistically significant, but again, correlation is not causation. Who is Tyler Robinson? Age 22, worked at AutoZone, dropped out of college, no criminal record. Parents say he was quiet, angry, but not this. His browser history? Mostly gaming, some gun forums. And a few clips of Charlie Kirk, especially ones where Kirk mocks losers and incels. Forensic psychologist Dr. Alan Finch says, "This isn't ideological, this is personal. Kirk embodied everything Robinson hated about himself. Successful, charismatic, adored. This is narcissistic injury turned lethal." But here's the twist. His laptop? Almost completely wiped. Except for one thing: a single Tor browser session 3 days before the shooting. Accessing a forum called Hua Koi on 8 Kunin, with a post that read, "If you're serious about changing the game, DM me. Tools provided." No fingerprints. Former CIA officer Tracy Walder says, "This smells like remote radicalization. Someone handed him the rifle, the location, the timing, maybe even the shot calculation. He's the trigger puller, not the architect." The real question? Who's running the dark web puppet show? Before his death, Charlie Kirk had begun criticizing Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. After the October 7th Hamas attacks, Kirk said, "Netanyahu failed. 1,400 dead because of arrogance. Accountability matters, even for allies." That didn't sit well with some. An anonymous source on a podcast claimed U.S. intelligence intercepted a Hebrew phrase, "Medis Hanasher Nafal." The eagle has fallen. 17 minutes before the shot. The same phrase used before Mossad assassinations in the 1970s. But Netanyahu's office fired back. "This is deranged. Charlie Kirk is one of Israel's greatest friends. To suggest we'd kill him for asking questions? That's the real anti-Semitism." Geopolitical analyst Dr. Rachel Stern says, "Assassinating a U.S. activist on U.S. soil? The blowback would be catastrophic. Israel gains nothing and risks everything." This theory only exists because people don't understand how intelligence agencies actually operate. The shooting happened 48 hours before sealed Epstein documents were set to be released. Kirk had recently tweeted, "Why is no one talking about the Epstein flight logs? Follow the planes." Within hours, online theorists connected the dots, or invented them. Meme accounts posted fake, leaked documents. Bot networks amplified it. Epstein files trended. Conspiracy researcher Marcus Bell says, "This isn't about logic, it's about narrative." People believe the system is so corrupt, so omnipotent, that staging an assassination to bury documents feels plausible. That's the real danger. Before Tyler Robinson was identified, the internet picked its own suspect, Michael Mallinson. 77 years old, retired Canadian librarian. Visiting his grandkids, he wore a tan jacket. He was bald. He vaguely resembled a man seen near the rooftop. A Reddit post asked, "This is the shooter?" With his photo, within an hour, Twitter exploded. Canadian ISIS agent caught. They doxed him, posted his address, his phone number, his grandkids' school names. Death threats poured in. "Hang yourself, traitor!" The next morning, he suffered a heart attack. His family went into hiding. Utah Governor Spencer Cox said, "This is digital terrorism. And yes, foreign bots are weaponizing our outrage. Russia's IRA, China's 50-cent army. They don't care who's guilty. They care that we tear each other apart." A Graphica report confirmed it. 89% of the posts naming Mallinson came from bot clusters in St. Petersburg and Shenzhen. So where does that leave us? We have Tyler Robinson, likely the shooter. But was he alone? The rifle says no. The shot says maybe not. The internet says definitely not. We have signals that may be nothing, or everything. We have foreign whispers that may be disinformation, or a warning. We have a public so distrustful it would rather believe in shadowy cabals than a random violence. This case isn't about Charlie Kirk. It's about us, about how we consume truth, how we assign blame, how easily a single bullet can fracture a nation into 1,000 screaming echo chambers. The investigation continues. The trial will come. But the real verdict? That's already been delivered, online. This is beyond the forgotten. Hit that like, subscribe, and prepare for the next chapter in the unknown.